So a few weeks back, I did a video on the RG351 series coming to a store near you, and it's highly anticipated because it will finally be able to play Nintendo 64. So not only the advanced emulation, but the button layout and it being a good bang for your dollar. A lot of people were heavily anticipating this and getting excited for it, me included. And we finally got dropped a trailer today, and here's the trailer here. We played some acoustic contra music, and I have to say there were some developments that were very different from that schematic I showed you earlier in this video. So let's go ahead and slow this down a little bit and break down the features that they actually went with. There was actually quite a few changes that we got out of this new trailer from Ambernick, and it is going to be released any day now. But just right off the bat, what's wrong with this image right here? The battery is different. The screen resolution is not what they say in this picture, and the color so far. But as you see, these are the current models out there: the 350, the 350P, and then the 350M. So just like that, we're going to start with a plastic model, and we'll probably get an upgraded metal model later. Now, this is what happens when you slow down the music. Sounds funny, right? But let's go ahead and break this down one step at a time. So getting started here, yes, the logo is still on the front of the screen there. It does have the recessed analog sticks. Looks like volume on the left side here, and it should have power on the other side. So they're showing off the Rock chip, 3326 chip, same chip that's in the Odroid Go, 1 gig of DDR3 RAM, and it looks like there's 32 gigabytes of storage. And then there is that micro SD slot, or TF slot, as you may know, available as well. And then let's take a better look at the back there. So you still have the grips for your hand. Model number RG351P, made in China. You're gonna have those same 4 screws to unlock it, or to open it up to the back. You can't really read the battery logo here. And then output, it looks like it's close to 1 amp or 2 amp. Okay, and then we have the buttons, nothing new there. So they're showing off the Rock chip. All right, the screen. So this kind of has me bothered a little bit, but it's fine. I was really hoping for a 640 by 480 myself, but this is what they did on the last model as well, is they started out the P model, the plastic, the cheaper model, at the 320 by 480. They're going to release this, and then a few weeks or a month or two later, they're going to release the M model. And the M model will have the metal casing as well as probably the 640 by 480 resolution. It's the same exact thing they did with the last series, so of course they're probably going to replicate that, and it will get them more sales, I bet, in the long run. Now, note that it is an IPS display. It looks gorgeous. Whether you get the 320 or the 640, in my opinion, if you're playing retro games, although the purists out there will disagree with me, it's still a very good gaming experience. I think it's really the people who, the stretching in certain systems really bugs them. So we'll definitely see that. Oh, and by the way, they removed the air gap too, so this screen, it just looks really good, and you don't have to worry about dust. It's really well made off the bat. Okay, so now they're showing off Wi-Fi, and that you'll be able to, and then they also have OTG. They haven't made any announcements whether the USB Type-C ports at the top will also be able to do video or not. They are OTG, so that's a possibility. It should potentially have that potential. We'll see. Now the Wi-Fi though and the net play, they're really getting on the, using the emulator itself to play with one another. So they're pushing that more than anything. Okay, so 3D capabilities. Okay, so there you go. You got some of the port shots there. Let's see these ports again. Okay, so power reset usually is on the bottom. Dual speakers. I have to say the dual speakers are really nice. The Odroid Go, I believe, only has a single speaker, so that's a pretty nice upgrade just right there. You have your micro SD card. I forget, one of these is power, one of these is reset, one of those are volume. I can't see in this video. You do have a headphone jack, all right. And then you have the 2 USB Type-Cs, and then you have your triggers up at the top. All right, and then that looks like volume there, actually. So volume on the right. So I did have a closer look here, and it says the adapter is a 5 volt at 1.2 or 1.3 amps on the back of this unit. So Nintendo DS, yes, you should be able to play it. Nintendo 64, yes, you should be able to play it. PSP, yes, on resolution 1, nothing crazy though. PS1, yeah, it's gonna run just fine. Arcade, MAME games, depending on the MAME game, most older MAME games, totally. So they're playing Ridge Racer there. I imagine it would run on the PlayStation and on MAME. Game Boy Advanced, yes. Game Boy Color and Game Boy, yes. Mega Drive. And it looked like, I mean, you're going to be able to play Final Burn Alpha, Street Fighters, Family Computer System, NES, all that stuff as well. Some more stock animations. This is showing the battery. It's going to say 3,500 milliamp battery. And it looks like a lot of people complain that the charging took a really long time. I think they may have boosted up the charging potential of this one as well. But 3,500 milliamps is going to give you a ton of playtime. However, a lot of people have pointed out in my videos that the Rock chip is a power hog compared to the previous CPU. So it may be a wash, the fact that you have a bigger battery, and you know, the CPU could just totally offset the bigger battery. And then they're talking about net play here and different color options. So there you have it. In conclusion, I'm still excited about this device just for the dollar to performance you're probably going to get with it. I think the biggest thing people are going to want to see is the actual playtime with it, especially with the Rock chip being such a power-hungry CPU, GPU. The other thing being there's just so many Rock chip portables out there on the market, and it might just not be enough for somebody to want to upgrade. That being said, if you don't have a portable device already, I feel like the price, when this does come out, should be pretty competitive. That, you know, this could be a go-to under $100 or right around the $100 emulation device. The USB Type-C is awesome. Some of these older devices still have like micro USB. It has Wi-Fi. It has a great controller layout. And the screen, although the resolution is kind of a little, you know, some people it bugs them a little bit, it's still a really clean, well done screen. And if I was to just get it, I'd be totally happy with it. The form factor is awesome. They're made really well, easy to open. You know, the operating system and them coming preloaded with games is going to be huge. So the plug and playness of them is amazing. The price. So I feel from a consumer perspective, the average consumer, it's going to be a hit. From the, you know, hardcore retro people, you know, there's other, you know, devices out there, build your own, all sorts of other things out there. You can even turn your cell phone into a really good emulation device. That being said, it's great that they're evolving this. Please remove the logo for the 100th time. But anyways, besides that, people can modify it, I'm sure, get skins, things like that. So that's what I think. Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.